barriers to mainstream adoption. Can you still get crypto rich in 2018? All that and more at the top of the hour here at Cryptosomniac. Thanks for joining us, and we'll get the show going momentarily. What is up, Cryptosomniacs? What is happening? What's up, Robbie? G'day from Oz. G'day from LA. I look messed up today. I guess I should have shaved. This 5 o'clock shadow's not looking great. How is everybody doing? What's happening over on Twitter? Looks like we have got some people showing up over there. Fixed it on Facebook, so I'm actually live, so I can see you guys over on Facebook as well. Thanks everybody for joining. What's up, Amit? What's going on, Rocket Fuel? That's a that's a great name. I like that. Yeah, token time, token talk time. Yep, all kinds of good stuff today, guys. Just really, actually, not all kinds of good stuff. Not a ton of news going on today. Red day in the market. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Okay, there we go. Red day in the market. Red day for my bots. Red day all around. Not the most fun. So let's talk about, since we're talking about bots, let me show you guys a cool little feature that we have had installed in our Discord channel. This is so dope. It is called Alpha, right? So if I want to see the heat map, show me. What does the crypto market look like? Looks like Ripple has had a nice little bounce, was down at 345 and has since bounced up. Pretty cool. Also interesting that you can just be like, PXMR, tell me how much Monero is right now. $113.79 on Binance. Pretty cool feature. Any of you guys who are already Moon Lounge members or already familiar with this, any of you who are not, if you've seen these in my thumbnails, that's where I'm getting them. Pretty cool feature. That's not the bot that ended up being a red day for me today. That was my trading bot due to some overzealous settings in my testing. And yeah, so I'm a little bit down on my bot trading today. We did actually open up a channel to talk about that as well, bot trading. Lots of people very excited about that Crypto Hopper. If you want to know more about Crypto Hopper, you want to try it out, down in the comments below there, or down in the description there is a link to that. Also, I should tell you guys while you're at it, if you're interested, anybody who is going to crypto, what is it? Let's see, Crypto Invest Summit, BlockCon, or World CryptoCon in Vegas. If you are interested in a discount ticket to any of those, down there below in the comments, we will be attending all of those and have partnered with them as media partners. So not accepting any commissions for ticket sales, just wanted to be able to help get more people to the conference. So if you want a ticket and you want to do so, take advantage of that, and please come say hello to us at the conference. Anyway, all right, let's see. Hello, John H. What's up, JK? Good to see you as all. Amit, thank you for the compliment. I think I look a little rough today, but all the scars are showing up. Life Size Box, welcome. Ryan Jack, my favorite. What's up, Crypto Kid? G'day. Yeah. Talk about Bitfinex and what that could mean for Bitcoin tomorrow. I'm not sure I'm familiar with what you're referring to. I have had my head mostly in, I read a few articles today, but my head has mostly been in writing a white paper today. So I have not had as much time to look at the charts as I would have liked, but it looks like the good news is not a lot of anything happening there. So I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. Happy to have that conversation, but perhaps you could elaborate on the question a little bit more, because I'm just not sure what you're talking about. So while we are on the subject of shit that does not need to happen on the blockchain, I saw that the Wall Street Journal has decided to tokenize their coin. Why? I don't understand. You know, there's so many projects out there that are just simply trying to throw blockchain into the title. You know, we know that this happened. What was it with Kodak trying to save their failing stock, et cetera, et cetera. So did see this and just thought, why? Why are they doing this? So guys, that's one thing I just wanted to say. When you are out there looking at ICOs to invest in. Just because this was attached to a company that's as reputable as the Wall Street Journal doesn't mean that there is any purpose to this, because why would you go buy Wall Street Journal coins to be able to, I don't know, read articles on the Wall Street Journal website or whatever, when you could probably just buy a subscription? It just doesn't seem to make any sense to me. So obviously, when you are trying to make your selections for which coins might be worth anything, definitely a factor to consider is, does it need to be a token? All right. Anyway, let's see here. Maintenance, Jason. BitMEX. Oh, maintenance on BitMEX. Yeah, well, I'm sure people will, depending on the setup here, they're going to try to see if they can take advantage of a squeeze, or see if they can trigger a waterfall. Bitcoin has not been looking great as far as maintaining its position. I don't know that it's definitely going to tank, but it's not looking. You know, we had this buy signal here on the wave trend, which would have been good for a small little pump. And this is a little bit earlier today. But, you know, I mean, was that even worth it? A 0.77% at the chance to lose about the same. I don't know. That's not worth entering that trade. You know, again, I've been letting my bot make these little ones in hopes that I can make some bigger moves and make up the difference in the fees, but that didn't work out so well for me today. So anyway, yeah, Bitfinex and Bittrex, or BitMEX and Bitfinex seeing maintenance on the same day is actually terrifying. I mean, who knows, guys? Anytime an exchange goes down, people lose their minds, right? So it's anytime it happens, people lose their minds. It could cause a bunch of other volume on other sites. You know, I mean, people, everybody that's just been trying to short the market is going to have a real tough day. That's what I would say about that. So I don't know. We'll see if they try to beat it down to that point beforehand, in hopes that they can buy it on the cheap and catch it on a bounce by the time it's back up. But I don't know. BitMEX will be undergoing infrastructure maintenance tomorrow between 6 and 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Exact time will be disclosed. Yeah, so I imagine we'll probably see a flurry of trades get entered. I imagine we'll probably see a bunch of people complaining about slippage and getting liquidated because they were trying to shove orders in the books right before it and not get their order filled beforehand. I suspect chaos is actually what I would see. Chaos. So realistically, I would say, as always, set a very tight stop loss or just sit out of the market. Why wait? If you really think that it's going to tank the market and it's gonna, you know, that kind of thing is going to tank the market, why wait? Stop out right now, right? I mean, if you think the market's going down, why would you not sell and try to acquire more? If that's what you think, but again, it's entirely your decision. Do I swing trade on BTC? I have not been swing trading on tons of much. I forgot to change the thumbnail? No. I did change the thumbnail. Well, if not, then I'll change it after the fact. Thanks for the heads up, Miggity. Boy, that's embarrassing. I swear down I changed it. I ever made a new one, but maybe I'm dumb. Anyway, guess it's an embarrassing day for me on YouTube. Do I swing trade on BTC? No, I have not been trading. I'll tell you this, guys. I did actually have an order set. I had some orders set down at the 6K level that were propping it up. Those have expired by time. I will probably re-enter those, but probably not until we see what the shenanigans with Bitfinex and BitMEX maintenance leads to. I did pick up a little bit of ETH at 215 and sold it for 217. So huge gains, and by a little bit I mean 2 ETH. So huge gains. It was another one. I had set an order for a day and forgot about it. So when ETH took a little dip last night, I ended up picking some up, or this morning, or whenever. What time was it? Let's have a look, because I left an open order. So yeah, let's see. What was that? So yesterday at 6 p.m. I had an open order and ended up picking up some ETH, and so Already sold it. Probably, I guess, could have waited, made $2 more, so $4 more. Crazy. uh, yeah. Um, yeah, I haven't been doing. I've like I said, I was letting the bot do most of my scalps. I've been not swing trading much. Um, Much at all in the last few months. I've really just been kind of watching things. I'll pick up some and add to my long-term stacks here and there. Was clearing out of some bags that I was holding, reducing it down to just my long-term holds. So I haven't been swing trading much. Got a question over on Twitter. Yeah, any gain is a good gain, says Pygmy. Yep, again, any gain is a good gain. You got to be careful, though. You don't want to be getting eaten up in fees, and you don't want to be getting eaten up in, a 2% gain when the whole rest of the market dips 20% isn't a 2% gain. Get me? So, that being said, keep that in mind. And is Binance Coin still good? Is the other question. Binance Coin has been a pretty good hedge against Bitcoin. It's held its price pretty well. I mean, look at this, guys. Let's look at 2018. Let's go all the way back. And in fact, let's make this easy. Whoops. I want to look at the weekly candles. And to compare, so Bitcoin are these skinny looking bars behind, and you can see that even as Bitcoin dipped, Binance Coin has held its value pretty well on every single time. It went down just a little bit as Bitcoin had another pump back there in April. Held its value really well as Bitcoin continued to go down through the middle of June. And then I think, honestly, the real reason that Binance Coin has taken a hit on its value right now is nobody's trading. It's not, we went from nearly a 3 trillion or 300 trillion, say it again, $300 billion, yeah, right, market cap. Brain, work brain. No, we were close to $1 trillion market cap. Yes, okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. So yeah, we were up to $880 billion in the market cap, and we had massive amounts of volume. That has trickled off slowly over the year, and as a result, you can just see there just hasn't been as much volume in there. Even still, it's held up its price pretty well. That being said, I'm not really liking how much volume is there, and the volume does continue to go down. Although, when we are looking at these, that's on a weekly time frame. Let me get rid of this Bitcoin. Beat it. Get it out of there. Why won't it leave? There we go. So every time it's starting to look, ripe to close my position on Binance Coin, we get a nice another little pump there. So that volume actually is looking pretty good on the daily. On the 4 hour, still moving in bullish, although this with the TD sequential looking like that's going to break down. So I think Binance is going to come down from there. I would look for it to retest this 1500 SAT level and see if it finds any support there, because look at that. I mean, we've got what, 50, 100 moving average periods converging right there. 20's not too far away. Yeah, if we get two more, if it prints a 13, then I would definitely say sell. I don't know. It looks like it's going to break down to me. I don't know. Tough call, because here's what I'm also seeing. Right? I say this all the time. When you see this formation at the end of a bullish movement, it generally goes up. So we might see it. We might see Binance Coin move up. Yeah, if I were looking to swing trade this is what I would say. I'd be looking to pick up anywhere between for a short swing, and this would be like a day trade, I'd be looking to pick up anywhere between 15,600 and 15,750, and I'd be looking to start exiting that trade by 15,820 and be fully out of that trade by 15,9. That's how I would play that. Super tight stop loss on that, by the way. I would set the stop loss at like yeah, what's percent on that? Well, you could just set the stop at like 15.3. Yeah, that's not a huge. That's like a 1.5% potential loss. So yeah, that's how I'd say that. Again, don't know if that's even worth entering the trade. It's not going to be a huge gainer. 1.5%, 2%, not a huge. How is the bot performing? Well, the bot was performing great, but I am down. I'm pretty far down on it right now here. In fact, let me get you a bot update. Hold on a second. I'm going to two-factor into this bad boy. Let me get you a bot update. Yeah, I'm thinking I might back my bot back off and just switch it over to paper trading for a little while I make up the loss. So I am down 2%. Down 2%. So basically, I have erased all of the gains that I made. Part of that could be due to the position in the market, though. So if Bitcoin goes back up, I might make up that 2% without even sneezing. So I did disable the buys on it. I am only allowing it for sells right now and the trailing stop loss. So the bot is still cool, but guys, I'm not an expert with this thing by any means. I've been using it since the 26th of September. It is now October 3rd, so do the math. Not long, about a week, a little over a week. Still working on it, still trying to dial it in. It is a cool thing. What I would like to do is be able to throw a larger chunk of change in it, but I want to feel confident in it before I do so. I gave it a very small amount of money to play with, or at least what is to me an acceptable gamble. Jeff Goldblum, is that what happens when I shave? I look like Jeff Goldblum? Man, that's not good. That is not good. Do you think? I think we're going to test 6K soon. JK, me too. I think we are. That's why I've had my buys sitting down there waiting for a bounce. I was actually thinking we should have tested it already before now. So surprised we haven't. Surprised that BTC has been holding its value pretty well in that 6,400 range. That being said, that's only 30-minute candles. I mean, yeah, it's just basically staying range bound. So we'll see. I don't know. If it goes back down to test that 6,100 area, we'll see how volume is. I think if it does hit that 61, I think our next stop is 5,800. That is my personal feeling on it. Thoughts on groups that call out signals to buy and sell? Do you know what those are called? Those are called pump and dump groups. We do not support those. We do not believe that those are good for the industry. Those are great for little groups manipulating a coin and extracting maximum value for themselves. Those do not help adoption. Those do not help investor confidence. Those do not help everybody that thinks Bitcoin's a scam to believe anything otherwise. So I do not participate in signals groups, and I do not participate in any pump and dump. I do not endorse pump and dumps. I think it is a terrible thing. I think it is just further detriment to the industry by and large. And if you guys haven't guessed, if I haven't made it abundantly clear by now, I live for the day that this is a real thing in the world, that we are operating on Satoshi value instead of dollars and cents. I am hoping for that day based on Satoshi's vision, and that is why I do this. Not so we can rebuild the existing financial system, not so I can make $20 million and cash out and walk away. I do this because I'm actually idealistic enough to want to push this thing forward and make decentralized economies a real thing, rather than continuing to concentrate wealth into a very small group of people's hands. That's just me. A little bit of an idealist. Yeah. So, yeah. Worse things for the space than pumping up groups? Like what, Jeff? Go ahead. What else? I'd love to hear it. What's worse? Further centralization by Bitmain? More fractionated bullshit imitations of Bitcoin? More 100% private blockchains? More things where the entire supply is pre-mined and controlled by certain people, even if it is via smart contract? Because if we haven't proven by now that smart contracts have all types of holes that you can exploit in them, it doesn't give me the confidence that it just doesn't give me the confidence that it might give most people. I think about it, think about it critically. Yeah, ICO scams. That's another one. Exactly. Those are right up there with pump and dump groups. Those are hand in hand, in my opinion. Those are best buds. Pump and dump groups and ICO scams. Anyway. Oh no, we're still in the middle of crypto winter. Winter is not over until the bull market kicks in, and we're nowhere near that. We're nowhere near the bull market. I mean, we might be near it, but I mean, I don't want to say that we are, because I think it's a bit premature. A lot of people are saying that, but here's what I want to show. If I can get this thing to not be squished into. Okay, fine. I'll use the auto scale. That one little dip there on the weekly is just killing me. Okay. So, I mean, look at this, guys. We cannot. Let me get this on a clearer chart. We just cannot seem to be able to stay above this long-term downtrend. Because every time it happens, right? I mean, I wish I would have left this. I had moved this every time once we reach a new lower high. Excuse me. Once we reach a new lower high, and say, oh look, we're above the bar. But 9 times out of 10, in fact 10 times out of 10, every time it's been this, right? So we went there, following this downtrend. We broke out above it. We stayed there from April 20th till May 4th. So what, like a week and a half? 2 weeks maybe? Okay, great. That broke down. All right, fine. So now we go to this next one, and this was our new lower high, and we see that Bitcoin pinged off it, just couldn't get up there, and then oh look, we finally broke out and passed that trend line, and then it stays there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, so about 2 weeks again, and then dump again. Okay, fine. So now we'll move this here. Okay, so now that's to our new lower high, and it's just repeating again. Boom, bounce right off that downtrend line. Boom, it's bouncing right off the. Look at this. Like, look at this, guys. This is to here, right? We wicked right off. We hit it. We dumped, and then we've come up to it, and we're bouncing off it. And look at it. It is literally bouncing off of this as we go on the daily. Boom, 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 boom. So, no. Crypto winter is not over, unfortunately. I wish it were, and I will definitely, you will see me over here, woo, run around like a crazy person when it is. But no, we're gonna need to get back to 8K, and then we're gonna need to get back to 10K before I'm actually sold that we might be in a legitimate bull market. and then we'll see. I mean, do we ever see it run up from what was it, 1,500 to 20K again? I don't think so. Not likely. Not like that. We will see those prices again. I don't know how long it will be, but I don't think it's going to be overnight like it was last time. So, yeah, if you look at the chart, how many failed BTC rallies this year, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 with a double top. 5, fake. 6, fake. 7, fake. 8, fake. 9, fake. And we're on 10, fake. Oh, so we got one a month that is a false pump. And that's because there is a huge community of supporters that really believe in this stuff. That's you and me, guys. We really believe in this. So us retail investors are getting our fiat eaten up trying to prop up a system that we believe in and getting a lot of our money extracted by the traditional bankers, the Wall Street traders, all the people that have a vested interest in the financial market staying the way it is are going to continue to do everything that they can to cut the legs out from under Bitcoin. And if you're not aware of that, I mean, guys, I know I sound like a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist. It's just follow the money. Follow the money. I'm just a practical, realistic man. Follow the money. One a month. Yep. One a month. Strong hands together. Exactly right, guys. Exactly right. I haven't sold, like I said, I haven't sold any of my Bitcoin. I've sold a bunch of my altcoins for more Bitcoin. I've sold a bunch of the alts that I make money on last year while they were still in profit so that I have more Bitcoin. I haven't sold any of my Bitcoin. I haven't sold any of my ETH. I'll swing trade it in and out, but I'm not selling it. I've stopped out of the market for the short-term percentage. I still have a bundle of Ethereum and a bundle of Bitcoin sitting on a Ledger and a Trezor and also in my Monarch wallet. So, I've got them sitting elsewhere waiting because I still believe the market's coming back. When? I don't know. But I'm going to continue to hold what I have, and at times when I feel it is appropriate, I'm going to dollar cost average more. Because I certainly was still buying at 20K, so why wouldn't I still be buying now? Well, it's because I'm trying to wait for the right moments. Basically, I'm doing the buy the dip strategy to help me dollar cost average some of the losses that I incurred a little bit earlier this year. I've held since 2017. I'm trashed, but the project's solid. Will be rewarded. I think ETH is dead though. That's fair, JK. I mean, I don't know if ETH is. I don't think it's dead. I still think there's enough projects being built on it that it's got some life for some time being. Do we see ETH go back to 1,200 anytime soon? Probably not. I don't think it's dead, but I don't think we're going to see anything like we did with it last year. All right, let's see. What else? ICO scams, hardly idealistic, Neolithic evolution. Isn't having a bot bad for the market? No, not really. Novogratz changed his tune, says 2019. Yeah, I saw that. Actually, I wanted to talk about that. So the title of this thing was, is it too late to get crypto rich in 2018? And I actually didn't, I don't want this to be a fuddy type, I don't want this to turn into a big FUD show. But I think realistically, for all of you guys who are watching, there is still plenty of money to be made. There is still, there is still plenty of Satoshi value to add to your portfolio, and you do still have the potential of being able to hit on a winner and get stupid fiat rich if that's what you're trying to do. In 2018, it's going to be very difficult. We've got 3 months left. Do we see a bull market? Maybe. The end of the year has historically been great for Bitcoin. Families getting together and talking, having the holidays and discussing it. So, potentially that could be it. Just people getting together. People tend to spend a little bit more money around that time of the year just because they're used to it with the, all of the religious holidays, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, it's we'll see. It's potential for it. But this is really what I wanted to say. It is still possible because that institutional money is still supposedly coming in. Now, do I think this is a good thing for the market long term? I think it's a good thing for the value of Bitcoin. Do I think it's a good thing for the market long term? I think it is running the risk of centralizing Bitcoin, right? Because if too much of it comes into the right hands, and they are savvy enough to be able to manipulate it on the markets, then huge amounts of Bitcoin. This is what everybody talks about, right? Be afraid of the whales. You don't think that a single agency that buys millions and millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency, let me tell you something, guys. They're not buying it because they're not buying it for the same reason that I am, right? They're definitely not buying it because they see that it's future money. They're not buying it because they see a way to restore a little bit of fairness to the world. They're not buying it because they see a way to break the yoke of control that that a lot of people want to just have over everybody else. They're buying it because they see a way to extract fiat dollars from the economy. That's why they're buying it. Speculative investment, and if you don't think that they would dump it in a heartbeat, if you don't think that they would manipulate the market to do, I mean, Amal talks about this all the time. Buy a ton of Bitcoin, pump the price up, set in a bunch of shorts, dump all the rest of the Bitcoin you have on the market to knock it off, create a waterfall, boom, 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 boom. Make money on the way up, make money on the way down, collect your cash, walk away, and retail investors like us get screwed. So definitely something to be aware of. Institutional money coming in is great as long as it is from multiple institutions at a time, and especially if those institutions don't necessarily have each other's best interest in mind. That is what will lead to decentralization, because then you're going to see a little bit more likelihood that people will hold onto it in an attempt to help minimize the manipulation by their adversarial agencies. So yeah, anyway, all right, enough ranting. I'm ranting again. Fate of all altcoins rests on the fate of BTC's next move. Agreed. How many dollars should my portfolio be by now to become a millionaire next Thursday? Depends on how ballsy you are with your leverage trading, if you're allowed to do so. Again, I don't talk about dollars. I talk about percentages. Because, again, I know plenty of people that turned their beer money into real money with cryptocurrency. I know plenty of people that turned 10 grand into a lot more than that. So, it just kind of depends on what you're coming from, and there is the opportunity to turn no money into real money into serious money, and serious money into life-changing money. That's what I can say. But what's the secret sauce recipe? Technical analysis, savvy investment strategy, solid fundamental analysis, and a little bit of luck doesn't hurt either. A lot of people are going to walk around talking like they got the secret sauce. Beware somebody that knows everything, guys. Beware somebody that knows everything. Again, I always say I know a lot of things about a lot of things, but I will definitely be open to changing my mind when presented with new information. All right, someone in my family has a bot that does 7K or so trades a month, and caution, taxes are brutal because you report each. Yeah, that's fair, Elizabeth. Thank you for that. That is actually something that definitely needs to be taken into consideration. Because these bots are making trades, because cryptocurrency, every trade that you make in and out of cryptocurrency, again, this is in the United States, so for those of you guys who are watching us elsewhere, I don't know. But in the United States, every time you trade, so if you trade Bitcoin for Ethereum, that's taxable. You trade that same Ethereum for Litecoin, that's taxable. You trade that for a Monero, that's taxable. So every time you make that trade, right, and when you have a bot that's making hundreds of trades a day, hundreds of trades in a week, you've got to keep in mind, if it's only making you 2%, 3% profit, you've got to have some other trades that are making you significant profits, because otherwise you're going to get eaten up. Capital gains tax is 39%. That's a lot higher than 2%. So definitely, there's a lot more to it than just setting up a bot and trading. Like, you've got to do a lot of math to figure out, does the amount of money that I have in my account to play with make sense for what I'm going to be paying in taxes, what I'm going to be paying in the subscription for the bot, and what I'm going to be paying in exchange fees. Because remember, guys, it's making market orders. You guys know me. I'm Mr. Never Pay Market Order Price. I'm Mr. Set your limit orders and plan your trades and trade your plan. It is easy to still let your emotions get involved when you're doing it that way, and it's easy to say plan your trade and trade your plan, but not as always as hard to, or not always as easy to stick to. But definitely, I make a few trades a week, most times. This thing is making 20, 30 a day. So I just wanted to try it out and see. So far, it's cool. You know, like I said, I've made it's pretty much a wash right now. Oh, I'm back up. Look at that. So I was down 2%. I'm back up to 1.96%. Oh, looks like it sold some Ripple. All right, great. Anyway, but yeah, good point, Elizabeth. Definitely something to think about. All right, let's see. What else? What else? What else? Bots run the market. Augur is leaving ETH. I don't know how Augur leaving ETH is relevant to ETH being dead. I don't think that I don't think Augur is the only thing propping up Ethereum right now. Bots run the market. Fair enough. There's definitely a lot of bots being used in this market. Amit says he stands by Amal's prediction. That's fair. That's fair. You know, like I said, it's very hard for me to argue with Amal. I don't. Amal is right very often. He's a lot more experienced trader than me. You know, he's been in the market 10 years. I've been in the market 2 years, so I'm decent. But Amal is certainly far more experienced. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. What else? What else? Oh, this I thought was pretty cool. Digital asset insurance, right? So this is always something that I talk about with Coinbase, right? People always think this. They're like, no, Coinbase is FDIC insured. Amal is our head technical analyst over in the Moon Lounge. And if you want to know more about that, you can go over to cryptosomniac.com. This is our private Discord server. So just to give you guys a little taster of what it is, we've got our advantage analysis, short-term, medium-term, long-term, user-requested technical analysis. We've got a entire channel dedicated to margin trading. We've now got the channel in there on bot trading since we've started trading bots and been enjoying it. You know, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. The community discussion. We've got an entire section on Trader Talk where we're all discussing the trades that we're making or the setups that we see, etc. We've even got a stock market chat. So for those of you who are interested in stock market, we've got a community in there chatting about that. What else? What else? What else? Like I said, this bot is super cool. I'm also the one that got this installed. So this is, check this out. See for our SRS. Oops. Boom. Watch this. It's so cool. I can just have it pull up a chart at will. Pretty dope. So you can't do all the fancy drawing on this, but it is, I mean, you know, it's, again, when you start to be a pattern recognition trader, you can see these patterns starting to form here. A little bit of a descending triangle looking like maybe there on the 4 hour. So anyway, pretty cool feature. But anyway, that's who Amal is. In fact, if you watched on Monday on Trader Talk yesterday, right? Day before yesterday, Trader Talk, Amal was on. He is our head technical analyst. So he knows his stuff. Anyways, back to my rant is Coinbase, FDIC insured. A lot of people have the misconception that your crypto is insured. If somebody hacks your Coinbase, all of the fiat dollars you have are insured by the FDIC. Your crypto, not. So Gemini has added digital asset insurance. So basically they are trying to do a FDIC-like thing in case your Gemini gets hacked, that you've got digital insurance on your, you've got insurance on your digital assets. Pretty cool. Unique feature for Gemini. Kind of makes me want to consider going out and trading a little bit. What happened to Sam and Snay? Snay is in the other room working on Monarch. Sam is, he has a well-publicized health break that he has been on. He does come on periodically. Snay was supposed to come on yesterday. That's why there was no show. It was supposed to be Snay. But anyway, I'm here today. Snay will be on as he can. He was also on Monday on the Trader Talk show. So anyway, yeah. Augur was the talk of ETH as the first useful dApp, but so far a failure. Yeah, I think a lot of people are just scared of Augur because you can basically use the prediction markets to do terrible things. I think I've talked about it enough on here, so I don't want to continue. I don't want to continue helping to spread bad ideas to people. But suffice to say, if you were clever with the way that you were using Augur and its prediction and taking a bet on the opposite result of what you wanted to have happen for a certain price, you could get something done. Dicey, scary. Oh, cool. All right. Well, hey, Adam and DFW, glad you're enjoying me. Yeah, I got a lot of slack for a while because Sam and Snay had been off. So a lot of people were like, "Did you steal this channel from them?" No, they brought me on because they think I'm reasonably intelligent and decent at this. I don't look terrible on camera, and they needed somebody else while they were going to be focusing on. Sam is focusing on his mental health, and Snay is focusing on Monarch. So anyway, glad you're enjoying the content. On that note, if you are enjoying the content, guys, smash that thumbs up for me, huh? What do you say? What do you say? Smash that thumbs up, hit the notification so that you know when we go live, and then every time we come on, you will get the little email saying this guy's about to talk crypto. Fun stuff. Hey, all right. I figured you must have. If you've been a long-time watcher, you already knew Sam and Snay. You must have been subscribed. So thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me on this one. Just buy Monero, it's tax-free. Done with BitMEX 2 wrecked. Yep, scary thing to trade with leverage. If you, it's gambling, guys. It's straight up gambling. But frankly, this whole thing is gambling. All of it is. Investing in the stock market is gambling. Investing is gambling. It's just educated gambling. Anyway, all right. The winter is better for me. My portfolio is a terrible dollar value. I need to start accumulating again when I have spare fiat. Sun King, I'm happy to hear that you have that outlook, right? Because a lot of people are just like, oh, my portfolio took a beating in 2017. I never want to hear the words cryptocurrency again. It makes me happy when people that didn't get in until last year, let me rephrase this. It gives me hope when people that got in last year and got wrecked are still in and still believe in cryptocurrency. So good on you, man. It gives me confidence, gives me heart to hear that that enough people will eventually wake up to this rigged bullshit financial system that already exists with fractional reserve banking, and just the current financial markets as they stand are completely rigged. It's totally a house of cards and a shell game that is basically being played on all of us by a very few amount of people so that they can continue to extract value from our efforts and labor. That's what central banking is. And if you don't believe it, I challenge you to read up on how the US dollar has lost its purchasing power since 1930. All right, let's see. Done with BitMEX 2 wreck, fair enough. Go Loki. Loki is, that was one I was very interested in when they initially were going through ICO. I have become less interested in Loki just as crypto winter has gone on. It was a little too speculative. I'm just going to stick with Monero myself. I don't know that I'm, hey, just for the record, pay your taxes. Pay your taxes, guys. Pay your taxes. Don't go to jail. Certainly don't go to jail. Certainly don't go to jail because you were trying to hide a small amount of cryptocurrency from Uncle Sam. Don't do that. This is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I am your friend, or at least I'd like to think I'm your friend because you guys watch my channel, and I try to at least, tell you the same things that I would tell my friends. Don't do dumb shit. Don't get yourself in trouble with the law. Don't run afoul of Uncle Sam. You can't fight City Hall. You got to try to break this system from inside. Ultimately, it's voting with your dollar is really the only way that you're going to get anything done here. And taking your dollar out of these systems and investing it into an alternative and then being willing to ride the waves is really the only way that we're going to break the yoke of the Financial Reserve Bank and fractional reserve, Federal Reserve Bank. Fractional reserve banking is, you understand what that means, right? That means give me your $10. Let me borrow your $10. All right, how many of you guys need a $100 loan? I can loan each of you guys $100 because I borrowed $10 from him, and I borrowed $10 from him, and I borrowed $10. So I have $100, and I'm going to loan that all out to you guys. What happens when you guys all want to come in and take that, to take that $100 or the $100? I'm sorry, I've loaned it all out. I can't give it back to you. Oh, okay. Well, I'll give you more back with the promise that I will pay you more, assuming that these guys pay back their debts. Okay, but what happens when they don't pay their debts? The whole thing is a house of cards. The entire financial system is a house of cards. All of the money that's been created in the last 30 years has basically been created from buying debt, right? So I'm buying the promise to pay. I'm buying the promise that your business has X amount of customers. I'm buying all of these promises. So we've basically just continued to make this shell game and pretend to create value when ultimately we've just been building up a house of cards. As soon as the dollar got decoupled from the gold standard, the whole thing is a sham. The whole thing is a sham. So is Bitcoin speculative? Yes. But as far as I'm concerned, the dollar is speculative. Fiat is the biggest joke that there is. They are trying to take your labor away from you, basically. That is how this whole system works. Anyway, all right, I'll take my tinfoil hat off. It's enough. You guys didn't come here to hear me rant about this. I love the banks. I gave them $1,000, and if there's ever a run on them, they give me back nothing. Exactly. That's my point. At least when your wallet's in your phone, or in your Trezor or wherever, like at least when your wallet is in your possession and all of your funds are in your possession, they're not loaning out your money, right? You're subject to the volatility of the currency, but it's only because of the financial market behind it, not because I've loaned out a bunch of it on the promise that these people are going to hopefully pay me their debts, right? That's how the subprime mortgage thing got enacted, basically. They'd make a bunch of bad loans to people that probably weren't going to be able to pay them back, because we're mortgage brokers. We need to make our money. We're a bank. We make our money by loaning money out. So we need to loan money out. I know these people probably won't be able to repay it. That's fine. We'll just foreclose on their house and we'll take it away from them, and then we'll sell it again. In the meantime, we're going to buy this bundle of loans because there's 20 of these garbage loans in it, but there's 2 that are like massive, like the Sears Tower or something. Again, hypothetical. But there's 2 that are for sure money makers. So I will buy, because for sure these big corporate buildings are going to have people move in and pay rent and whatever. So I'll be willing to take the gamble that I might take a couple losses on these other things. Great. Now let's build an entire economy based on that. Promise to pay by people that probably can't pay. I don't know. Anyway. Preach about that dollar. It's all true and connected to crypto's ultimate success or failure. Exactly. It is, unfortunately, for the time being, right? Again, guys, I'm praying for the day when a Satoshi's worth a Satoshi and we don't care how many cents it is. Nice haircut. Good show. Hey, thanks on both accounts. Appreciate that. I shaved. I don't shave clean very often. This is the second time I've shaved clean this year, and probably the third time in 3 or 4 years. So that's what happens. I got a little close on the trim, and I look ridiculous with just a mustache. It looks ridiculous. so I had to shave the mustache too. Anyway, Alex, what's happening? Elizabeth, Tron Talk all over Twitter. Ooh, should I be looking? I think I'm streaming to Twitter, so I don't know if I can look right now. You should, yeah, I should have too, Adaman. I should have too. I should have got out of Litecoin when Charlie Lee dumped, because that's what you do. When the CEO of a company sells all of his shares, you dump it. Why would you hold it? I didn't. I was dumb. I was greedy is what I was. I was greedy. I was like, no, it'll come back up. It'll pump again. It will. I know it. I just know it will. And it didn't. And it's continued to go down and continue to go down and continue to go down. And it's a pointless coin. It's pointless. It's pointless. It's a great test net for Bitcoin. Who cares? Who cares? All right. Tron Talk all over Twitter. I am not on the right Twitter. All right. Well, you didn't come here to. You did. You did. I see. You troll. I know you. You'd love to just get me to rant about Litecoin, don't you? Yeah. All right. It's not his favorite. He doesn't see any long-term investment. He's not a fan, putting it mildly. Yeah. Litecoin, What is the point of Litecoin? That it's cheap, that it's listed on Coinbase, that it's that the Lightning, it's a test net for Litecoin. Yeah. Well, that's fair, Aaron. That is fair. I know. Well, I would say look at the flip side of that. Elon Musk trying to buy back all his stock, right? So he actually cares about his company. That is a quintessential example of. I mean, obviously he's a bit of a control freak, but yeah. Insiders, including CEOs, selling stock. If they're selling their stock, selling some of your stock is different than dumping all of your stock, right? Charlie Lee sold all of his Litecoin. And then this is the real kick in the junk from that one, is he sold all his Litecoin and then donated it to the Litecoin Foundation. Well, doesn't he have a pretty significant say in the Litecoin Foundation? So did he really? Or did he just take a bunch of money for his personal coffers and then go, cool, I can still control this by putting it here? Sketchy. Doesn't mean he won't buy it back. Oh, Charlie Lee's not buying his Litecoin back. That's not happening. Yeah, that's for sure not happening. No, he's not. He said, in fact, his recent statements were saying, I sold my Litecoin. The whole thing about conflict of interest was bullshit. All of that was a lie. It was so that people didn't think he's a total scumbag because he sold at the top because he knew the price wasn't sustainable. It's not a good look. Yeah, exactly. He donated it to himself. So yeah, exactly. That's dodgy. It's dodgy. So yeah, I'm not a Litecoin holder anymore. I got rid of it. I gave it all to my bot. I let it have it. So go trade this away. I'll probably be able to at least realize some nice capital losses on that from because I bought. There was still a few in there that I'm probably were purchased a little bit closer to that $300 range. All right. Litecoin live on Gemini. No, I don't think so. I don't think Gemini has enough of a market share for that to really make. I mean, you might see a little bit, but in fact, if it's going live next week, if it's not going up this week, I don't think it's going to happen at all. Because generally, the run up happens in advance to the announcement. So I don't think so. Nano over Litecoin. Yes, Nano over Litecoin. 100%. Actually. So much faster. Yeah, I'd take Nano over Litecoin right now, for sure. All right, Charlie Lee can suck it. I say so too. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know the guy personally. It's a scumbag move. BNB over LTC. Again, I'm with you. I'd take Binance Coin over the majority of cryptocurrencies for the rest of the year, myself. It's held its value, and of course, now that I'm saying this, it's probably going to tank. But it's held its value pretty well against it. You know, I think the real threat to the price of Binance Coin is just the continued devaluation of Bitcoin, because as that happens, more people exit the market, less people trading equals less volume on the exchange. Less volume on the exchange means, BNB is not getting used, BNB's value goes down. So it's only a hedge insofar as the market stays interesting to the general public. So something to keep in mind. I don't know. The stable coins are looking more and more attractive. You guys know I hate Tether. I don't trust it. But it's starting to look more and more like that's something I'm going to consider in the very near future, unless we see confirmation of a breakout. But so far, we're still in this down market. That can go. All right. That's enough out of me today, guys. I think that's a good show. It's 5:45. That means I've been ranting and talking crypto for almost an hour. So that's going to be enough for me today. The rep on TrueUSD is not bad so far. At least they haven't kicked how many auditors out? 2, 3, 4 different auditors out to verify that they actually have the USD for the TUSD. So, whereas Tether has their relationship deteriorated with several auditors, so doesn't give me much confidence that there are actually any dollars sitting anywhere that are tethered to that tether. Anyway, all right, that's enough out of me today, guys. No crypto giveaway, but if you are interested in attending any of those conferences, Crypto Invest Summit, BlockCon, what is it, World CryptoCon in Vegas, links are down below in the description. Also, if you want to try out the Crypto Hopper, again, like I said, made some money with it and have erased that, so use at your discretion. But if you want to try it out, you can do so. There's a link to that down below for a sign up. And yeah, other than that, we would love to see you over in the Moon Lounge. If you guys are interested, head on over to cryptosomniac.com, click the little rocket right there, and you know, try the advantage for free. You get a 14-day free trial. Get in. You get access to all the reports. You get access to the Moon Lounge, our private Discord server with all the channels, and you get to see my shining face in more than just YouTube. So, anyway, guys, we would love to have you be part of the community. Again, like I said, the Discord is pretty cracking. Lots of fun tools in there, lots of educational information, resources to help you become a better trader, help you figure out how to do token swaps, things like that. So, you know, if you are crypto savvy or you want to become more crypto savvy, we would love to have you be in our community. Head on over, get a 14-day free trial. Sign up now. All right, with that, I think that'll be it for me today, guys. I appreciate all of you watching. See you guys all at the conferences, I hope. Please do come up and say hello. Definitely would love to meet you guys. I've met a few of you in person and always enjoy meeting more. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all. And until next time, keep your stop losses tight. This is Jason from Cryptosomniac. I'm out of here.